Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zirao. Welcome back to the World Series 2022. It actually feels a little bit weird saying that because I actually haven't casted any the World Series replays. I don't think like all of yesterday, which actually makes a change because I've been doing like 2 or 3 sets a day, sometimes 4 or 5 sets a day. It does feel a little bit strange. I actually had a day off from that yesterday. I actually played some of my own games, played some team games and some 1v1s, and I actually did the same again today. But today is a good one. We've got SPL making an appearance, which I think could be a dark horse potential winner of the World Series. Definitely got potential. And he's against Makaveli, which is also a very strong player. So could be an interesting set today. Going to be best of 11, round number 3. And I'm going to show you the bracket for the next 30 seconds. So if you don't want any spoilers or anything like that, I assume you're probably up to date. But if you don't want any spoilers for the next 30 seconds, don't look at the screen or turn off your monitor or whatever you want to do. So I'm going to show you the bracket in 3, 2, 1. Here is the bracket, and the match we are going to look at is SPL versus Makaveli up in the top left. So like I said, it's round number 3. SPL has already come through Madara and Firelord. I do need to add the scores on here. I'm aware of that, but yeah, SPL came through Madara and Firelord. Makaveli also came through Hot Cross Bones and Anti-Pro. I think one of these I casted, didn't I? Anti-Pro versus Ganja I did. Firelord and Neo I did. Firelord and SPL I did live. All the replays, of course, are on my channel, at least if they were live or were I did the replays later on. Winner of this tonight, I think SPL is the favorite, but Vivid is lying in wait for them, and Vivid is no easy feat, so it's going to be a hard path. So yeah, down in the south we have Excal and Staz about to play a quarterfinal. That'll be. We've got me versus Humanity still waiting to happen. Could have happened like over the last few days actually, but Humanity seems to have broken his fingers / hand and getting surgery like this weekend. It's his left hand, so it's not his right hand. The hand he uses to micro certain things. It's only his left hand, but he probably won't be able to attack, move, and guard mode and that kind of stuff with his left anytime soon. So it's going to be delayed like a week. And that's even if it's fully recovered. Is he going to be even at 100%? I've got Fargo lying in wait there for me or Humanity. And then we've got Big Size against Tensor due to happen, and Scuba versus Mary. Don't post any spoilers in the chat, but I believe those games happened in the last couple of hours. But yeah, don't post any spoilers, please. Okay, we're going to jump into Zirao now. I'm going to make sure we're on the correct Radmin server, which is where the World Series games typically get played. And yeah, we're going to get into this. SPL against Makaveli. What are your score predictions? I typically don't like doing the polls on the YouTube because I think it covers a large part of the chat, and whenever I'm watching a stream and it's got a poll on it, I actually find it kind of annoying. So I didn't do that. But let me know your score predictions in the chat. Lath, for example, in the chat, welcome to you. He says 6-0 win for SPL. And Hazma Gomed, if I said that right, said SPL to win 6-4. Yeah, welcome everyone in the chat. Remix, Tease, Kyle Johnson, if I also said that right. Kyle Johnson, maybe. DR IQ. When is the match delayed? I assume you're talking about me versus Humanity. Honestly, I don't know. I hope he has surgery and it's back to 100% by Monday and we can play Monday. But actually, isn't there an embargo on the games? Because there's a LAN party like in the Netherlands. Like, is it this weekend, 4th, 5th, 6th or something like that? Or is it a little bit later, like 7th, 8th, 9th? Some LAN is coming up and there's an embargo on the games. You can't play the World Series games for 4 days whilst there's this LAN going on. Yeah, I'm not going to that, but it was a bunch of guys going. Humanity was actually one of the guys going. But because he's broke his hand / fingers. Oh man, what the hell's going on here? That's not a good start, is it? Only I've loaded. Very strange. Maybe we need to re-radmin or something. We'll see what we have to do about that. Yeah, so yeah, so those days are those games are going to be delayed like a week or something. So Fargo will have to wait, and the rest of the World Series will have to wait until humanity's fingers are back. Someone in the chat, X-Mine, said Domi broke his fingers with a hammer. Yeah, man, the lengths I'll go to win the World Series, you would be surprised. I found out his address, went to Netherlands, broke into his house, and assaulted him with a hammer just to make sure I win. Okay, so yeah, the fact that only I loaded there was kind of bad. I'm thinking I'll just read a game and I will re-radmin. Just gonna re-everything just to make sure it's not me. Maybe we need another host or something. We will see. Okay, rebooting Radmin. And rebooting Zero. Yeah, I was only playing on Radmin earlier today, so don't know why the games wouldn't load. Maybe someone is in multiple Radmins if you're in multiple servers. Sometimes it doesn't work. SPL and Makaveli look like they're testing. Why is that happening? It's not a good sign. Don't know why that's don't know why only I'm loading. That's weird. I think I had this the other night as well. Let's just try me and Makaveli, and then if it still doesn't load, then maybe it's something to do with my connection. I really don't know what, though. I really don't know. It's still just me loading. That's weird. Anyone know how to fix that? It's weird. I actually don't know how to fix that. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know, actually. I'm a bit at a loss. How do you fix no loading? But I think it could be me because I did have this issue the other day. Saying I need to restart my PC. What a nightmare that is, man. Refresh NAT, somebody says. Oh man, that's annoying. Zero, I like this sometimes. Well, I refreshed on AT. Oh, it's working now. A refresh of the NAT worked. Okay, boys, we're back in business. Yeah, maybe it was that refresh NAT thing. I also control delete and closed radmin that way. And then just booted it up again. You know, like I ended the whole process tree. Don't know if that makes a difference. It seemed to work now. At least I loaded. I obviously don't want to restart my PC because I mean it's turning off the stream and there's a delay of like 3 minutes as well. So then it'll take me 3 minutes to close down my PC and restart it all. Probably another couple of minutes to load all my stuff back up. Then a few minutes more for the delay to kick back in. Yeah, we're 15 minutes late. It's not good to start, but as long as I'm loading now, we're waiting for Makaveli to join now. Right, we're waiting for Makaveli now. I have no idea where this guy's gone. Oh man, where has he gone? Yeah, there is something weird with my game. Since I formatted my PC, like I got a new motherboard, new CPU and stuff. Changed my case, but kept a load of other components. Kept like my hard drive, but changed like the CPU and stuff. And I had to format because of that. I didn't realize you had to format just by changing your motherboard and CPU, but apparently it's recommended. And when I did that, then I always copy and paste my game drive. Copy my 0 folder because it has all my settings, and you can just copy and paste it, and it stores all your hotkeys, my launcher, and all that stuff. And now when I try and boot up Revora, it says there's a problem with the registry. and we can't connect. Why is he saying air? And there's a problem with the registry and we can't connect you to Revora. So I can't play on Revora anymore until I figure out what's wrong with the registry. So that's that. Sabakara in the chat says good luck beating up Blair 9RTV. Or Blair TV. Live in the commentary. Yeah, the refresher and AC thing seems to work. We're just doing a bit of a lag test because we're all probably in different countries. I'm in the UK. SPL's in Russia. There's Blair guys in Russia. Makaveli. I don't know where he is. Is he like Turkey? Montenegro? Somewhere, I don't know. But he's probably not in Russia and not in the UK there. He's going for the classic 7 dozer build. Let's just go, man, because this is fine. It's 12 ping. Doesn't get much better than that. Let me know your score predictions. Looks like we're a moment away from kicking off now. We'll have to see who chooses the first map. What's my stream latency? What does that even mean? What's my stream latency? If you mean a delay, there's like a 2-minute delay. If you mean how many dropped frames have I got, it's 0. And I'm uploading 9 meg of data per second. Or 9,000 kilobytes. Imminent victory he wants. Okay, he wants imminent victory. Let's find imminent victory. Sarakara, I will not be writing that in the chat. Whatever you just said. Oh, wait. Yeah. I can't be bothered getting Google Translate out to check what you said. Nah, so I won't be writing that. Okay then, boys. Let's go. Okay. We have Super Weapon and China for the first one. It's quite balanced, I think. Super Weapon and China, both some of the weaker factions in the game. Down in the south, we have the orange player with the China Vanilla, which is Makaveli. I think he's more a 2v2 player. He plays 2v2 with Ganja. They're actually a very good 2v2 team together. He's also pretty good in 1v1. He's better than his mate Ganja in 1v1. But is he as good as this guy? This is the green player with the super weapon, which is SPL. Yeah, that number up there, yeah, apparently is latency. So yeah, 11 latency. I like to call it ping. It's less syllables, you see. Latency, 3 syllables. Who's got the energy for that, man? I've only got 1 energy drink here today. Monster Ultra Energy. No sugar edition. Only got 1 of them. Can't be saying 3-word syllables. So we'll go with ping. I wish actually that could show ping, you know, because, you know, like in Counter-Strike or in Call of Duty or something like that. Because, like, when you got 64 ping, I'm sure that's like 1,000 ms. I don't like this latency, but yeah, someone's saying what? That's 13 frames delay, is it? Okay, didn't know that. Okay, so for Makaveli down in the south, he is going for a War Factory Barracks build. Very, very nice little base. 2 perfect supplies, and War Factory Barracks here in the middle. He is sending a troop crawler over to the right side. It's looking solid, and I think as we go later into the World Series now, you're going to see more and more solid builds and solid gameplay. We saw a lot of 5-0s in round number 1. We saw some 6-0s in round number 2. And as we go on and on, it's going to get more and more solid. But we've also seen in some games, I think nerves have gotten to people. Mistakes. Even from the very top players, like Vivid, for example, we've seen mistakes. First V over to the left. It's going to deny the oil capture, but Makaveli is handling this in the right way. Chasing away that V. He's got a bunker here as well. And yeah, I like his opening. He seems on point. Few V's out for SPL. And so far, both players looking super solid. Is the V going to go for the crush here, or is it just going to fire on it normally? It does fire on it normally. There is a bunker down here as well. Am I sick? Someone said. No, I do find more and more lately I'm getting more and more tired as it's going darker earlier and stuff. I think it's got a mental impact, but I'm not sick now. I actually haven't had a cold or the flu or anything like that for ages because I work from home now. And if I don't go in the office and I'm not seeing all these germ spreading people, then I can't get colds. And I haven't had a cold for like 2 years or something crazy. So I am good. Okay, ambulance on the right does deny that red guard after all. It's been trying to get it for a while, it seems. But as soon as MiGs come out, you know, he's going to be having quite a good time against the super weapon. There are quite a lot of these out. And so far, no TOW missile. Donald Church in the chat says, what's the point of drinking Monster if there's no sugar? Because of the taurine and caffeine. That's why. I don't actually know much about taurine, but I definitely feel it when I drink Monster. I'm guessing it's something that does similar things to caffeine. MiGs circling in the base now. We've got 3 black napalm MiGs. The TOW upgrade is up. What it comes down to now is the MiG targeting. If we do like 1 MiG on each of these Vs, I think it could be juicy. MiGs coming in. Oh, Makaveli. Everything was good. I was just literally praising him about how this is the most, one of the most solid Chinas I've seen. And he literally goes and screws it when it comes down to one of the most important points. If you perfectly wiped out them Vs then, with that MiG strike and then started pushing with GATs and tank hunters on the ground, he probably won the game. But flying the MiGs over with bad targeting, this is what separates the great players from good players. Messed that up a little bit. Okay, refinery in the middle, it belongs to Makaveli, is being hit. 1V coming in at a time. Sorry, 1 MiG. That target in there was awful again. What is he doing? Is he attack moving or something? What is he doing with these MiGs? The build order was so solid. The control on the GATs and the capture upgrade and the perfect supplies. It was all going so well, but these MiGs are absolutely awful. And those MiGs are the things that's going to close the game. Like, there's only 3 Vs. Only 3 Vs out at the moment.
Go Makaveli. Score will be 6-5 for Maka.
Yo, Tees, thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the £5. Much appreciated. But what do you say, 6-5 from Maka? Okay, that's interesting. Well, he has just wiped out all of these. Strategy center being built up in the top left. SPL grabbing himself on oil. He does need that, especially if that gets captured by the China, which it probably will do. Like, look, the China's still winning, even with that awful MiG control. But imagine if he'd done that nice MiG control, he would be comfortably winning. Like, he'd be pressuring, like, in the base, like, with GATs and stuff now. MiG's coming in again, does take out a Vet 2V. It's important for the XP. I don't know exactly how much you get for a Vet 2V, but you get a lot more than no Vet, I am sure. GAT here in the middle could pick off this MD. And, yeah. SPL kind of struggling a bit. He is losing a few units. He is ahead in XP, and if he gets the Auroras and Colonel Burton out, it'll be a lot easier for sure. I'm not sure why these GATs are just waypointed into a building there. GATs over on the right side are going to kill a load of MDs. V coming in as well. That'll probably get hit as well. By the GATs, it's going to go low at least. V does escape, actually. Flamer straight down the middle. MD unloaded. It's not being controlled, though. Makaveli, what are you doing? Why send a Flamer and not control it? He's faltering at key points, but I think he is still winning. But the problem is, if he starts building Auroras and gets a Colonel Burton, it's going to become a lot more difficult for the China. There is an EMP over on the left-hand side. Plus the strategy center when it deploys search and destroy, which is not deployed just yet, but when it does, it will detect any Lotus or anything that comes in. Because I'm thinking of what else the China can do here. Could drop down another airfield. He's going to get a big cash boost. He's also going to start collecting from the middle. Going to be hindered a little bit by the tank traps. Nice laser lock there from SPL, but he is losing stuff. He's now building an airfield, so Makaveli, in my view, is on a bit of a time limit. Even though he's got 2 oils, which is an oil lead, and he's got a 2 supply lead, When these Auroras are out and they hit the airfield, when all the MiGs are landed, trust me, it's going to be a lot more difficult for the China. But there's still only a few Vs out. Only 3 Vs, 1 Avenger.
They won't notice.
Hello.
Yo, Ibrahim, thank you very much for the donation, man. I read that and I thought it said help, but it actually said hello. The text is too small on the other screen. I thought you were saying help. I was like, what kind of a message is this? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What resolution is my game on? 1920 by 1080. Some people play it in 40 and 40p, or even higher, actually. Do they play it higher? At least, like, yeah, some people play it in 40 and 40p. Okay, airfield is up. Where is the first Aurora? Tank Hunter's being sent a bit to their death, and that has allowed SPL now to get himself to level 3. Gats now moving in down the right-hand side. So if an Aurora pops out now, the Gats might actually be able to get it. These are moving into position, but so are the MiGs. Only 3 MiGs coming. A little bit weird. And probably just going to run into an Avenger at the current rate things are going with these MiGs. But the Gats taking out the Avengers, taking out Vs. And actually, you know what? I've just realized we need to turn the game sounds up a bit. Makes a bit sloppy again, but either way, he's winning. He's comfortably winning now. The only thing is the Spectre has just killed, what, an oil over on the right-hand side. And I thought... Oh, yeah, I thought I could hit Colonel Burton. So you see what I mean? Things are going to change now. Once EMPs get up, Auroras and Colonel Burton get up, that's going to change things. And a few advantages going for SPL, but otherwise... Makaveli is one... No, he's not one oil up. He's just 2 supplies up now, but he's only collecting on 1 truck there. Oh, he's almost died to some mines. He must have stepped there as they spawned, but then quickly stepped away. MiG's still circling. There is a lot. They could literally just click on that Avenger and delete it. SPL low on cash. He's only collecting on 1 Chinook over on the right. He does have supply lines upgrade. Colonel Burton goes back to the same supply. Mistake there from SPL. Because he knew there was mines there because of the explosion and he was partially injured.
They won't notice.
Domi pumped to see you doing well in World Series. If you make it to WS Finals, I will donate you $50.
Cheers, Tease. Appreciate the support, and I will certainly try my best. It helps now I've got through the commentating on all of the early rounds now, and there's only a few left, because now I can kind of put that aside and just play a little bit more. And actually, even after this stream tonight, I might have some food, and then I might come back and actually play some games myself as well. MiG's over on the right side. What is he going to attack with that? He could kill this Dozer and the EMP. He does. Kind of nice target in there, actually. I thought he was going to do them all on the Dozer, but he seemed to split them at the last second and actually did hit 1V. No supply drop zones out for SPL. It does have Search and Destroy deployed now. Maybe Makaveli needs like an ECM over there on the right. CC only just being built by Makaveli. A little bit out in the open, though. He's at risk of getting hunted there. Is that the last one? Could be the last one, you know, and the V's are right there. I think it will just complete in time. But typically, you want to build a CC near the sides of the map, so when the support powers spawn, if your CC is getting attacked, the carpet will literally spawn from exactly where the CC is. Gat's moving in around the back, though, and that's very bad news for SPL, because now he probably can't make an Aurora. Might be able to squeeze one out. But he also can't collect anywhere. Whoa, what is this? A leaflet. Oh my god. Why did that not disable everything? It was literally right over it. Someone needs to bug report that to Zez, and I'm sure he'll have something to do with it. But if the game code behind it makes sense, so he'll just leave it. Okay, 2 Gats got disabled in the air. Where is the Colonel Burton? No chain guns for Makaveli, considering he's got a bit of a float going on. I would like to see him get chain guns, because you just wreck these units so much quicker with chain guns. Just if you can afford it. There's a flamer now pushing down the middle. I think it will get stopped, though. It does start a flame wall. But SPL. He is collecting on the right, but there's a gap coming in there too. SPL's only on $35. He just cancelled something and got 1,000 back. I don't know. How did he get 1,000? Maybe he cancelled the countermeasures or something. Not sure. But either way, it looks like Makaveli's controlling this game. I don't think we have a Burton anywhere. SPL is 1 oil up now because Colonel Burton TNT'd that one. Someone said it's the game speed up. No, this is a regular patch. It's a normal game. There's no game speed or anything like that. We are playing on network mode, so if you're used to playing on skirmish mode, it does feel more smooth. Artillery came in, hit the power. Carpet bomb hit the strat. And SPL is in pure survival mode. Chain guns is now in play. Flamer kills the oil over the little crevasse. Yeah, we're going to call it crevasse. First time we use that in Zero Out. We got MiGs over on the right side. Just needs to take out these Avengers, man, and then the MiGs can come in and clear things up. What are the MiGs locked on to? Let's fly back. A little bit hesitant. He was hitting that Avenger for a while. Why not just kill that one in the first place? MiGs have gone back for now. There are 4. So you could just kill that now with the 4. He seems really hesitant to come in with the MiGs. Seems really hesitant. Is he going to hit the Vs now, or is he going to hit the Avenger? What did he even target there, man? The MiG control has been some of the most awful MiG control I've seen. Like, 4 MiGs is enough to kill at least 2 Vs. Doesn't matter on the veterancy either. Or 1 Avenger. But with that, he killed 1 V only and then lost a MiG because he was just flying over it. A little bit weird. But it is the World Series. Could be pressure. Or it could just be a bit newbie with MiGs. One of the two. MiGs circling over on the right-hand side. Christopher M in the chat says, I don't even see 1080p or 2K resolution in the game. Needs to get Gen Tool. If you get Gen Tool, you'll see 1920. And if you've got a 1440p capable monitor and graphics card, maybe you'll see 1440p in there too. Or you can adjust it in the options.ini in your documents, I believe. Beacon placed on the mines for SPL. SPL still collected on 2 supplies. Given everything that's happened, it's quite amazing. I think this bunker could hit the tank traps. You could just control fire to ground. Maybe even between all more, or maybe the splash damage would just kill them all over time. MiG's now coming in, but again, not the best MiG control in the world, but I think he's still winning. I do worry about his economy, though, because he's only collected on the middle now, and it happens to be only this 1 supply. Gat's now moving in from the right, but you've got to be careful of that leaflet bomb. Leaflet could disable all of them, or 2 of them again. Let's see. I'm really struggling to find out how SPL is still alive. That's a legendary carpet bomb. Legendary. Might even kill the supply as well. Oh, imagine if that was like 2 centimeters to the left. It would have killed all of that stuff. Would have killed power and the supply. But either way, SPL is still getting pummeled from all directions. We have 3 MiGs down the right hand side now with only 1 V out. Have to imagine... Oh, Spectre coming in on the right side. The Gats are going to try and shoot it down. Spectre's taking a lot of damage. And is dead. Makaveli's now level 4. Laser lock on the trucks in the middle. And this is only bit of Makaveli's cash. So this is not an easy win anymore for Makaveli. He's losing units there in the middle. He can bring them trucks from back in his base to the mid as well. Like, as soon as supplies dry up, you instantly want to move the trucks to where they can be used. Here comes that leaflet bomb, and this time it is a legendary one. And I think SPL might actually have a chance. He's still collecting. He's still collecting 3.8k. He's building a war factory. He's just disabled every single gap. But the MiGs come in and wreck everything. Looks like we're heading towards a draw at this point, honestly. Looks like we're heading towards a draw. Someone in the chat said SPL's just warming up, don't worry. I actually probably... Maybe at the top level, maybe China is better here. I don't know. I think it is kind of balanced. It's actually an interesting matchup because the V's are expensive for super weapon, and you don't get like crazy support powers like air, for example. Makaveli has sold his supply now and now bringing his trucks to the middle, but that one there is not collecting, and these tank traps are still hindering things. There's no reason why that bunker can't have been firing on these and clearing them. There's something not a lot of players do. I think you see Excal do it sometimes. Just shoot him. Yeah, it takes like 4 or 5 hits or whatever, but you can do it. We're still 1v for SPL running around the base. I can't believe we're down to so few units. We've literally got 2 infantry and 2 infantry. And 1 GAT and 1 V. Okay, he's made an Avenger and he has got an ambulance as well. Have all the MiGs died? Here comes the artillery. I reckon that'll be on the power, you know. Oh, he's selling his supply. That's very risky. That's risky, man. Now he's just suicided himself. That's it. GG. Because you just lost a dozer and a power and no, you can't collect anymore. That is a really silly move there from SPL. In a situation like that, don't take a gamble, man, because sometimes it's a bigger gamble than it's worth because there's so many buildings, so many targets. So many buildings, so many targets. He could literally go for any of them. So you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1 in 4 chance you get it right, but you sold a really key building. You can no longer collect any cash. And he can't afford to build a dozer and a power now. And that's it. Yeah, GG. He's just walked into the mines. Well, SPL gave it a really good go, you know. I have a feeling SPL will win in the reverse. I have a feeling China does very good here. Just from experience, it does very good. You think USA just wrecks China, but actually when you've got the more expensive Vs and stuff... I should have probably stayed on the scoreboard there for you a little bit, but Makaveli taking a 1-0. Who would have predicted that? Who did predict that? Well, T's in the chat predicted a win for him with a 6-5. That was actually a very entertaining game. I actually liked that. Just the MiGs hurt my brain a little bit. Yeah. I mean, air units are not the easiest thing to control in 0, but if you want to win the World Series, nothing's going to be easy. You need the MiGs to be on point. If you want to get past Vivid in the next round, your MiG control will have to be spot on and better. Yeah, someone said SPL's just warming up in the chat. I do think that could be a factor, could be warming up. I also do think China maybe is better here. And I have a feeling SPL's got more to give than that. So I have a feeling if he goes 1-0 down, it's probably give him a bit of a kick to say like, okay, you need next gear now. So yeah, I think SPL's going to come back pretty ferocious now. I'm expecting a 1-1 here. You let me know what you think in the chat. That's pretty exciting. Moving on to game number 2. Game number 2. Up in the north, we have Makaveli with the pink super weapon general. Down in the south, we have the orange player with the China vanilla, which is SPL. So we've got a few players now, actually, in the World Series, or Round 0, with 3 letters in the name. SPL, GNX, I think that's it. We got 2. We got any others? Don't think we have any others, like, yeah. I don't know what SPL is actually meant to mean. Is it like Spilka? I think that something like that. I don't know what that means, what that word means, if it's a person or not. I don't know what that is. And, yeah, I don't know about Makaveli either, to be honest. Okay, drop coming from Makaveli. A little bit weird because I felt like that was a bit slow. Didn't he load up something and then load up something else? I think he did. He's coming over to the left-hand side. SPL is going for a troop crawler rush by the looks of it. And I never really liked this thing about dropping off one MD at a time. I never really liked that. And typically you also wouldn't do this when the opponent's gone for a barracks first, because he's going to have a tank hunter nearby and that wouldn't get up. It's going to be interesting though, because the tank hunter is a little bit slow to the scene. I wonder if the MP will get up. I think it's actually going to get up, you know. Ooh, going to be close, baby. Those could have moved around the back. Is it too late though? Is it too late? What's he doing? He's not even building it now. What's he doing? He could have moved around the back when he had a full HP. He's getting 1 oil behind this. He is collecting on 2 supplies. It has distracted him at least a little bit. The first GAT like thought about going over there. And then 1 tank hunter had to go over there. So it slowed him down a bit. There's also no red guard here. There's no troop crawler. So if you just got loads of missile defenders, you can laser lock the tanks, and then your MDs can just fight the tank hunters. Or 1 ranger can just fight the tank hunters. So I think this is defendable. And also I think Makaveli might have the cash advantage at the moment. Although he's only collecting on 1 Chinook, he does have an oil. As soon as he's back on 2 Chinooks, he's got money advantage. SPL's going for the oil himself though. Tank hunters going to run into a 5 base. There's an ambo on the way though. If you just get the crush on a few of them, come in with a V. Nice ambo. This is a nice start from Makaveli. I'm impressed with the play. Apart from the mix. And the drop was a little bit weird. But that's a nice defense there as well. I think he's in a good position. He's got himself 1 oil. Just needs to get himself now on 4 Chinooks because he's currently only on 1 here. Gabriel, I'll answer your question. It's a very good question. I'll answer it in a second. We've got a V coming down the right-hand side. Kills another GAT. The thing is, when you're running around with 1 V and an ambo like this, it's quite problematic for the China because you've got to run after it and chase it. And it can keep you distracted a long while, which then allows the super weapon. Not only has he built his extra Chinook, but he can also now get ToW and build another massive V army. His first massive V army. Oh, napalm though comes in. See, that's better MiG control. No flying over the V and just getting shot down. Just comes in straight away. 1 MiG and 2 kills. That's really good. I always say, like, once these napalm MiGs are up and the China's not in too bad of a position, it's actually going to be difficult for the super. Yeah. Making Avengers is expensive, man. It is. He's got a choice. He can either just keep making Vs and go for the ToW upgrade and maybe try and get a drop on this or something like that. But there is a Gatling cannon there. There's a Gatling tank there. Several Gatling tanks out and about on the map as well. Or you can start going Avengers and just keep that death blob, or try to make a death blob in your base. But then once you make this bit of a death blob, the China's probably going to take this, probably going to take this. And yeah, you'd better just hope you've got enough units out to fight the MiGs. Every single unit loss here is so important because every little bit of cash... Oh, he's only collected on 3 Chinooks still. It's weird. Oh, he's coming for a drop. He's going for a drop in the MiGs. But the MiGs... Oh, that's bad targeting there for SPL, or is it? Another V drops. Oh, nice. Oh, move it out of the way. It's very damaged. It's very damaged. But he has killed 4 MiGs and 1 truck. Chinook gets picked off, but the MDs are still alive and the V's getting repaired, so another airfield being dropped down by SPL in the middle. But he's still only collecting on 1 Chinook here because he's just lost 1 going for this drop. When you think about the cost, 600 for a truck and 1200 for each MiG, and I think he killed 4 MiGs. It probably still is worth it. 4,800 MiGs. 5,400 if we include the truck. 6,200-ish. I think, yeah, 6,200 if we include a gap. Plus the delayed mining time, might even get another MiG. Is that worth 2 Vs, few MDs, and a Chinook loss? Probably. But the China Vanilla is economically ahead because he's collecting on the mid, he's got the refinery, and got an oil on the right. So you need to be having quite efficient trades all the way through, to be honest. Yeah, advantage with SPL at the moment, I think, because there's no search and destroy on the way, because every V is more expensive and Avenger's expensive. MiGs are coming in as Avenger is moving into position. Does block the shots of the MiG. Three Vs remain. Search and destroy now going to be built. Oh, sorry, the strategy center. It will be search and destroy, but it's called the strategy center. Was that a Ranger? Something, wasn't it? CC now being built by SPL. I think Makaveli might be losing too many Vs. He only has 2 out plus an Avenger. Yeah, both times it's looked strong for the China. But is this going to look more convincing for SPL? He's sending an Avenger to his death. Where is he going with that? Search and destroy is out, but the difference is he set it straight away, which alerts SPL that search and destroy is in play. Whereas SPL in the previous game didn't set it for a hell of a long time because he wanted to try and sneak out Auroras, I think. Well, CC and then Auroras. I think actually it's worth going for the airfield first because he needs to make something happen. Maybe a Colonel Burton over on the right-hand side wouldn't be too bad of an idea. MiGs coming in on the right side. Are they going to go straight for the strat? Could do, and that's going to delay Auroras a lot and actually bank a lot of XP. Could also hit the firebase to get 200 XP for that as well. Strat trying to get hit. MiG's going to fly a little bit over these air defenses there of the Avengers. Yeah, it's been a very nice couple of games so far, to be honest. This one not even over yet. Supply lens upgrade is in play. CC now being built. Pathfinder's definitely going to help. Colonel Burton definitely going to help, but the strat having been reset, it's probably a way off that yet. A few Rangers there in the middle got took out. Both players quite even in terms of the XP. Laserlock comes in on one of the Gats. A lot of tank hunters now pressing forward. But these are slowly chipping away. MD's slowly chipping away as well. I think you can come in now with those units with the Avengers. Laserlock comes in on the Gats again. Gats and tank hunters continue to press. 1 V has been picked off. Only 2 Vs. 2 Avengers remain. MiGs coming in as well as the tank hunters. That's bad news for the Avengers. Ooh. Actually quite good news for the Avengers. Killed 1 MiG for free. Took a little bit of damage here. Power plant now getting hit. I do think Makaveli needs to do something. He can't just lose buildings now for free. He needs to start rebuilding the power there with that dozer. Let's get some flashbang Rangers from the power kill. Colonel Burton coming as well. These Gats going to sneak in now. If they start killing Chinooks, I would say that is over. They need to be moved out of the way. Colonel Burton and the Vs here might be able to team up on these Gats. Gats not focusing on the Chinooks, actually focusing on the dozer. 1 Avenger here gets picked up. A10 comes in, and that is a perfect A10. One of the most perfect and cute little A10s I've seen in a while. Hits the Gats, but does not kill the dozer or any buildings, but perfectly between his buildings. I like that. Did damage the supply, but to kill them Gats, it was worth it for sure. Strategy center is still being built, but Makaveli needs to be getting a power plant. Another dozer and a power or something, because just building a strat on low power is not the way. Okay, another Gat and an ECM on the way. This Avenger is a bit low. Colonel Burton is going to get detected and killed for free. It's a shame for Burton. He didn't know the outpost was going to rock up, but he could have attempted to run off a little bit. Here comes a carpet bomb now for SPL. That could be legendary. It's going to kill probably 1 Avenger. What's it going to kill, actually? Yeah, 1 Avenger and a dozer. That's it. Why would you go for the strat when you know there's multiple Avengers and Vs up the front? It would have been better to do a line like there. Wait. Like there, the carpet bomb could have been legendary because you would have scared that army off and killed probably the barracks, maybe killed the war factory, maybe even still killed that as well. But yeah, doing it so far back, only a few of the bombs that the carpet bomb actually hit its target. Yeah. Once again, the China's looking pretty beefy, but I think it's more convincing here for SPL. His base is better laid out. He's got more units. He's completely dominating in the middle. He's got so many units out. I think there's even a case that you could just get all his units now, press double tap Q and click here, and he's probably won the game. Colonel Burton has planted the bomb on a dozer. Got 8 seconds to live, boy. And then you are dead. Boom. Yeah, I like the little secondary abilities of things. Colonel Burton knifing, Colonel Burton with a timed bomb and a remote bomb. The TNTs of the tank enter is pretty cool. But at this point, SPL is so big. Maybe in hindsight, that Super Weapon needs to go for a no-eco or do something in the beginning because it is not looking good for him. Maybe he needs to get 2 oils in the beginning. MiGs come in, get all the Vs. Gat's pushing forward, does have chain guns. Every single V has been picked off. Makaveli is level 3, does have an Aurora out, but the Aurora is going to be probably shot down before it even takes off. Let's get shot down. Chinook's being picked off, and it is 1-1. I did say I think China's going to win both. And it did, but way more convincing here for SPL. Is that going to play into it Makaveli's mind over the next couple of games or anything? Or does he just think Super Weapon's destined to lose here and that is it? Makaveli coming in with a Spectre to try and save the day. He needs probably a couple of Spectres though. If he is going to save things, there is only 1 GAT remaining with 2 ECMs in the base. But this is unrecoverable, really. Look how many MiGs are just circling, doing nothing. Yes, it's like way more convincing here for SPL. SPL's even going Infernos behind this. I think Makaveli is dead. I think he's wasting time, honestly. But he is doing the honourable thing and fighting to the last man. Or woman. Can't assume their gender nowadays. Or it. Fighting to the last it. The carpet bomb comes in and finishes him off. GG. Well played, SPL. Exactly 71 units destroyed each. Loads more collected for SPL, about 30k extra. Catching up on the chat then, Gabriel before said, how do you play 0-hour cast replays alongside working full-time and having a family and all of this stuff? Well, luckily working from home gives me a lot more free time. No more 1 hour of driving to the office and 1 hour driving back. My 1 hour of lunch I can use doing replays and stuff like that as well. Yeah, and I mean now the girlfriend has got the little boy. Do you mind in and out if it's Julie? Just in and out. So yeah, of course if I'm working from home and I don't have that much If I don't have or finish all my work early or something. Then of course we will we will do a few 0-hour replays. Sometimes in work time, which yeah, don't tell anybody about that, but it certainly helps. Okay, so they're gonna do Oil Rampage. If there's a GLA, it's in and out, but if it's not, they're just gonna play. So we got USA. Whoa, what the? USA against Inf. So not too dissimilar actually. USA Inf. It is different, but it's still a US against the China. I was doing 12-hour streams on 10-hour streams like quite regularly. 8, 9, 10 hours. But you haven't seen me probably do any of them lately. Need to pull back the 12-hour streams. Okay, jumping into game 3. Game number 3. China infantry down in the bottom left of Oil Rampage. Maracas home. With the China infantry with the yellow player, which is SPL. Up in the top right, we have the USA Vanilla with the green player, which is Makaveli. Führer in the chat writes, what is your profession? I work in the travel industry. So, yeah, travel and tourism, that's like the sector I'm in. I, basically choose hotels and stuff to put together a holiday or a vacation program that then people go on holidays and vacations too. Okay, so SPL. War factory and a barracks. It's difficult for infantry here, you know, because the minigunners are 350 each and they build in ones. The rangers are 225 each and they also build in ones. But the China Vanilla and Nuke and Tank, they build Red Guards at like $300 or maybe slightly higher, but they build in pairs. So it is difficult for the infantry, more so on big oil maps, because of the more expensive minigunners only building singly. Was that a dozer? Dozer killed on the right. Assault troop crawler out from SPL. That's one way of getting a lot of minigunners out cheaper. If it's like 350 times 10, that should be free. Is it times 10? No, 350 times 8. Only actually save a little bit of cash, don't you? But maybe they build faster. Makaveli with a lot of oil captures, as you would imagine. Second war factory going up for him. No second supply for him, but the second supply in play for the China infantry already. Actually, third supply in play for the China infantry. 3 oils being captured so far by the inf. Nice TNT plant at the last second there on the V's. Because that's keeping the infantry busy, and he's also going to lose a V there. It would be handy if he actually kept that V there. Because he could have destroyed that outpost, because that outpost is now going to remain. If we went on Makaveli's V, we can't now because we're in a live game, but if we did, he could see the smoke rising there. Flamer gets laser locked on the left. Prop going up on the right for the infantry. These couple of buildings do need to be captured. Something that's difficult on this map because not only have you got to be applying the pressure. Oh, we're going to get a disconnect. Holy moly. Oh, man. That's the thing. That is the thing. Let's hope he comes back. We've got all players counting now. That's very weird. Ping shot up to 64. I imagine that's an issue with Makaveli, but I mean, at least he's back. He was counting down quite a lot, and then all of a sudden all players started to count. But I think he's back. In the rules is if you disconnect, you lose the game. Unless you had a 90% chance to win, then I think it's a rematch. But yeah, I'm glad to see him back. We don't want any drama. And some people think I'm the referee, and I decide things, but no, that's not the case. I actually don't want a referee. I am just the commentator, and the players and the host can decide what happens. If there is a disconnect, of course. I think in this map, if you're not going for a second supply there, it's at least worth getting a third Chinook from there and start collecting. Because whilst he's got the cash, you might as well get it sooner rather than later. Whoa, look at the cash for SPL. Are you literally kidding? It's 20k and we're only 5 minutes in. And he hasn't even got his refinery. Everyone knows I love a refinery. Quite a fully loaded bunker. Makaveli losing a lot of stuff here. Maybe he feels some pressure to make something happen sooner rather than later. He is getting some XP, but SPL's gaining more. There's a lot more expensive units gone down there for Makaveli, I feel. I think as you get to level 3 for the USA, you're going to get Pathfinders. Then it becomes a lot more easy to defend against the Inf. But you got to think about the late game. The late game's going to go probably particles and nukes. And if SPL's got 5 nukes, just a few of them are going to wreck the USA base a lot. SPL's still not got his refinery down in the bottom right, though. Wahim Yusuf in the chat says you shouldn't be live streaming. Someone can be connected to one of the players on voice and tell what's going on. There's a stream delay of like 2 minutes, maybe more. So unless the commentator, me, is connected to one of these on voice, then that's not going to happen, is it? But you could say the same about any esport. Are we going to say that about Counter-Strike? Are they connected live to one of the commentators as one of their mates? I think you're thinking a little bit too deeply into it. Of course, where there's money... Of course, where there's money involved, $4,000 prize pool tournament could be some corruption, but I think you're thinking a little bit too much into it. I'm not connected to anyone on voice, and I'm pretty sure they're not connected to the Russian dude either, which is Blair here. The V's continue to press forward. I feel like maybe Tomahawks wouldn't be such a bad idea, but the infantry can just go for napalm MiGs. He still doesn't have his refinery, which 10% discount on all of this stuff is a lot. I also think for SPL, since he was floating 20k, he should at least have a couple of nukes out now. He is building them, but maybe just a little bit slow. He actually prioritized going hackers, which I don't think is the most optimal way to play this. I don't think this is SPL's strongest map. I don't know how many times I've seen him play it, but I definitely think just going heavy super weapons and low economy. Your oils are your economy, so you don't necessarily need hackers like straight away now. I think getting the nukes out and nuking the opponent has more of a value than making a couple of hackers right now. YouTube naturally has a delay built into it of like between 10 and 15 seconds. I feel like it's probably like 12 seconds or something. So if you just stream with no delay, there'll be naturally like 12 seconds. If you stream on Twitch, it's literally like less than 1 second. But if you then add your delay on top of it, of which today I think I've got like 100 seconds, or I don't remember if it's 100 or 120 seconds. But then you add the YouTube's 15 seconds onto that, and you've quickly got over 2 minutes. So you could argue it should be longer than that for a World Series. Maybe for the final needs to be like 5 minutes. Because in a 45-minute bunk fest with loads of black markets, like a GLA mirror, there is an argument to say even if you're watching with a 2-minute delay, there's still an advantage to be had because you could see all the stealth markets under the fog or something like that. Again, I think you're thinking too deeply into it. We've got this covered. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, quite a lot of these out. Tomahawks are out as well. He's really trying to kill this one oil, but so far has failed. There's loads of MiGs in the air. I think about 8. I think Colonel Burton got shot there on the mountain. Yeah, for those of you who don't know about Colonel Burton, he can climb up and down mountains, as can the Saboteur for GLA. But the Saboteur doesn't have a different animation. So, like, Colonel Burton will do a different animation when he's running to when he's climbing down a mountain. He'll, like, be moving his hands and stuff like a rock climber. Saboteur, on the other hand, just runs up and down mountains, even vertical cliffs. Because he doesn't have another animation. They're the kind of bugs Zezon should be fixing. Adding a new animation. If you didn't watch my most recent video, I know this might be a bit of a boring talking one. Basically go through some of the changes on the newly proposed patch that might hit us in the next couple of years. If you're interested about some of the changes, you can check that out. SPL still doesn't have his refinery. There's been plenty of World Series games. Even Vivid, on 2 different occasions, did not get his refinery in oil. And already here we're seeing SPL not getting his refinery the whole time. Just think 10% on every MiG here. Do you get 10% on dozers as well? 10% on every truck? Do you get on the trucks as well? 10% on every Inferno and every ECM, every outpost. It does add up, man, in a long game where it could come down to just a couple of units or a couple of buildings left, or 1 nuke here, 1 nuke there. It does add up. Yeah, Makaveli's actually doing well. Is anyone surprised here by how well he's doing? He's actually putting up a really good fight here against a really strong player. And I know both are strong, but I think SPL is favorite among more people's opinion. But so far, Makaveli doing good. He's actually got equal or higher numbers of particles out. I think he's got 1 super weapon advantage. But SPL is doing a much better job at killing the oils. Over on the right, he's killed 2 oils, whereas Makaveli has not killed any oils. As I say that, though, A10 is coming in. Now, why would you not kill that one instead with the A10? Because that one there is more vulnerable. You want to kill the safer ones with the support powers, I would say. But at least he killed one, though. Because you might be able to kill that there with Tomahawks. Particle is ready now. Particle could be used there. Would be kind of nice. Or maybe you could get the MiGs if you want to take away his MiGs. Cheesy Wonder in the chat says, what's happening with me versus humanity? I said it at the start of the stream. He's broke his hand or broke his fingers or something. He's having surgery this weekend. So until that's sorted, we can't play. There's also an embargo over the next few days for World Series games. World Series games are banned for the next few days because of some LAN party happening in Netherlands. Particle does hit them buildings. MiGs come in, take a chunk of the V's away. But also a lot of MiGs went down there. There's only like one MiG left. It looks weird, doesn't it? Where there is rocks through the airfield. Like, that's not a realistic landing. I don't think you could land. Look, that's just completely unrealistic. Whoa, this carpet of mine's going to be legendary. He's going to get at least a few Tomahawks there. Wow, 5 Tomahawks went down, plus the mine drop on top of the mountain. Oh, man, that's painful to watch. I suppose he has to get out of there, though, before the MiGs rock up again. Or a nuke, even. A nuke is ready. Hey, wait, let's see if we can follow the nuke. Come on, baby. Wait, zoom out. Slow down a bit. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, he's got no power as he's using the particle. He's taking him low power as well, though. It could come down to power versus power. Who can keep the opponent's power down? Because there was a map. Who remember when I was doing all them crazy live streams, all the crazy maps? I went through a period of just playing crazy maps and crazy games. And there was one where you start with like unlimited money and you just have to build loads of nukes, and all the nukes build in like 0 seconds. And it basically turned into, yes, a massive super weapon war. That's all you could build was powers and nukes. But it basically turned into who could keep the power of the opponent down. That's all you would hit. You'd build a nuke and you'd hit their power straight away. And I think the nukes counted down in like 30 seconds. It's basically to see what would happen in just a gigantic super weapon war. We've got a nuke ready to fire now. I think it's somewhere here. Yeah. Nice hit, because you got a few units there as well. Dozer, Ambo, 2 Tomahawks, plus the oil. The oil was the main target there. Such a beautiful map, Oil Rampage. Yes, it does result in a bunk fest, but it just creates unique situations. Like, when do you ever see this many super weapons against each other on any other map? You never see it. So on this map, it's kind of changed the game. Kind of changed zero. Imagine if every map was narrow like this. It'd be literally a completely different game. And armies that were once strong against other things would now be considerably weaker against certain things. Oh, someone said the land party's in Dusseldorf in Germany. Ah, okay. I thought it was in the Netherlands. I think it was the last one was in Netherlands. I think I got confused. Bad particle here, honestly. Because the particle should just one-shot the internet center, but you might finish it here, though. Like, if you're going for the internet center, you need one particle on it to full hit it. He's used multiple now on that. I know he's been killing other stuff as well. Like, Makaveli's doing really good, man. He's about to take the lead again against SPL, I feel. If he can just keep the power down, he's doing really good. But one nuke could wipe out this army here in the middle. I am a bit confused. Why nuke that and why nuke that when you can actually kill 3 tech buildings over here? Maybe he was hitting the powers and the oils. He valued that more than hitting those 3. But honestly, hitting those 3 is a gigantic target. One of the first nukes you should fire should be hitting there, honestly. Okay, fully loaded bunker again, takes out 2 Vs. He does have advanced training, which I like. That's a mine drop again. These mine drops and these narrow choke points are causing problems over and over again. Like, that Tomahawk there is highly likely doomed. I don't think Makaveli is going to be bringing over a Dozer to help out that anytime soon. I mean, he could do, but I doubt it. Nah, that Tomahawk was dead. I think that there's a film, isn't there? I think it's literally called Mine. And I think it's a British film, and a British soldier, like in Afghanistan or somewhere, he steps on a landmine and he can't take his foot off it and he's just stuck there. I think it's called Mine. I actually haven't watched it. I've only watched the trailer. Thought that might get that might get a bit boring if the film's just literally just a guy stuck on a mine for 2 hours. It might get a bit boring. So yeah, I've seen the trailer, but that's all I can tell you about that. That guy, the Tomahawk, maybe made an appearance in that film.
Just get me in close.
Yo, Ali, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Particle cannon. In the base wipes out a power plant and a war factory. And I think that Makaveli has done it. I think he has, because he's killed another power plant there and he's got 2 particles ready to hit. Just for experience of these massive super weapon wars, just keep hitting his power now and there's nothing he can do about it. You can just keep doing 3 hits over and over again and your particles only have a short cooldown time. It needs to start hitting the power now. Like, why are you waiting with 3 particles? He's got 4 particles almost ready to fire. Particles are actually hitting the bunkers. Maybe that's indicating he wants to come in. But why is he not hitting the power plants? Because he's back online now. He's going to fire a nuke. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, he was probably about to fire it. Okay, 2 more power plants got took out. Needs to hit that one next. Why is he waiting? Why is he giving him an opportunity? He's back online now. Okay, he's back offline now. But he's giving him plenty of opportunity, man. These nukes could have fired. That nuke firing there is very dangerous. But I think probably SPL, luckily for Makaveli, doesn't have vision. But the Lotus is here. If you carpet there... Sorry, if you nuke there now, it's going to be bad. Why is SPL not firing his nuke? I think it is here as well. Yeah, it is. See, what you had 4 particles ready to fire. Why are you not just hitting the powers? Now he is. But that nuke honestly shouldn't have got off the ground. Again, that particle there needs to be hitting that particle. It needs to be hitting that power plant. He chose the airfield instead. Prioritizing the barracks over this power plant. Questionable. But has he just won anyway? I think he has just won anyway. Because he's got another particle ready to fire now. Could be used on those 2. Here comes EMP, I think. Yeah, this is some weird particles, honestly. Why not on those... Those 3 powers should be dead. Wow. Nice EMP. Whoa. Mix. That was the nice carpet. Yellow is still off power. Carpet wiped out these Vs. Mix hit the supply drop zone. SPL still hanging around. But is it GG? Triple A10 now for Makaveli. Triple A10 on 1 power plant. But is it just a cleanup operation now for Makaveli? Can he just go across the map? He needs to be careful of the mines there, but all MVs could just go into the base now and maybe kill the CC first. Bring a Pathfinder. All this infantry has got no chance. Makaveli doesn't have any cash. One hacker. That's it, 1 hacker. That's what I think SPL should have done. Prioritized getting out 20 nukes and then built a couple of hackers to stash around the map. That's what I think he should have done. But he prioritized building like 6 hackers first and then built nukes. I think it's here, isn't it? No, wait, here. Okay. What did he kill? 1 power. I mean, SPL is so low cash. If you take out a few powers, he's not really going to be able to replace it. Carpet Bomb takes out an airfield and a power. Quite a lot of power here. Next particle ready to go in 7 seconds. Why is there not a Pathfinder in this? Just push now at a Pathfinder and some Vs and it's GG. Very weird. He's very hesitant. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to take the risk. It's the World Series. Don't want to take the risk. If you don't attack, you don't take risks, see? Safest way. Oh, Leaflet comes in. I mean, that's the correct way of dealing with it. If you disable the entire army, can't do anything about it. Carpet Bomb comes in, though, to scare off the army. Army is paying attention and does get moved back. Particle kind of comes in the CC, and that is a GG. Makaveli goes 2-1 up. That was quite a convincing win there as well. It was actually very nice. Makaveli 2-1. He did choose this map. And I think it probably ain't SPL's strongest. Seen him a couple of times playing this. That being the second or third time I've seen him play it. Okay, down in the bottom left, we have Makaveli with the green China infantry. 2-1 up. Up at the top right with the super... sorry, not super weapon. USA. Vanilla with the yellow color, which is SPL. Double barracks for SPL, as you would expect. Down at the bottom left, Makaveli with not a double barracks just yet. One supply for Makaveli. I assume he's getting the capture upgrade and he's going to do an assault troop crawler. I think this is one way of going for a macro build, doing the assault troop crawler. I think you save a little bit of cash and maybe you save a bit of time. But what about the infantry opens 3 or 4 barracks and you spam a load of tank hunters and minigunners then? Because then if you spam in tank hunters as well, just a couple, you could stop this first V. Saying that, SPL's not paying attention to that first V and actually just sends it straight to its death. Oil capture is faster from SPL because you can basically make ranges straight away, whereas this assault troop crawler was building for ages. Yeah, SPL sending that first V straight to its death, not paying attention to it. I mean, it can happen. You're probably not expecting an assault troop crawler in the exact position. But you also probably need to be more on point. Probably needs to be paying attention to your first V. As soon as it gets to enemy territory, you should be paying attention to it. But I think he probably was paying attention back at home. But what does that tell us about his mental game today? About how, like, I don't believe every day you play 0 hour and you're just as mentally switched on as other days. Sometimes you're more alert and sometimes you're a bit slower and stuff. So little things like that tell me not paying attention to your first unit on the other side of the map. Maybe he's not as mentally switched on as other times. This is the point, by the way, where I'd build a third Chinook and start collecting from there. So the crates are just sat there. You need the money sooner rather than later, I would say. SPL in the previous game also didn't get his refinery. You see, you add these things together, and I think you can tell little things about the players. 3 minigunners here chilling. All of these buildings captured. All of these buildings captured. Just this one oil to capture. That is it. So, yeah, looking pretty good for Makaveli. I think he is mentally switched on today. Just his MiG micro in one of the first games I didn't like so far. But apart from that, everything's been good. The particle targeting probably needs to be a little bit better. Okay, big push over on the left-hand side. There's a lot of flashbangs out already, though, for SPL. And all of this is getting cleared up, I think. And the flashbangs will be able to clear all this infantry. The splash damage here from the flashbangs doing an amazing job. And SPL takes the lead in terms of the XP already. But the next wave is ready to go. It's 2 war factories. The choice of build for Makaveli. Did he lose any dozer yet? Can't remember what the other one is. Did it die over here? Wow. PVs have gone down there. Would like to see him on his 3rd supply. I mean, he's got plenty of cash. If you get a 3rd supply, you can build it pretty fast as the China. Only $1,500. 600. $600 for the trucks, and we've just got a mental amount of views and a mental amount of likes. Have we got bots in the chat? I reckon we've probably got bots, or we've got all of the Russians over on the channel. Either way, it's pretty funny. The fact that the chat is not as active as that many viewers would say, I reckon it's probably someone has gone out the stream with bots. That's funny, man. That is funny. 595 likes. Yeah, of course that's legit. That's funny. Okay, so onslaught continues for Makaveli. Attacking down the right hand side into a firebase. Firebase goes down. A lot of these over on the left hand side. We do have search and destroy already deployed, and the V's look like they might clear this up on the right hand side. And down the middle, no ECMs here, no subliminal meshing for Makaveli. These now all for SPL into the base of Makaveli, and I think this looking more favorable for the US. Honestly, there's 3 assault troop brawlers on the way. Rare to see so many troop brawlers together. It's kind of like the bots in the chat or on the stream. Or maybe we've got all the Russians from Blair's. Maybe Blair's disconnected or something. No, he's still here. Yeah, the V's are wrecking, and I think we're heading towards a 2-2. You know, maybe we're going to go for a decider today. SPL looking a bit more switched on now, turned on, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't have his refinery again, though, but I suppose the joke's on Makaveli. He doesn't need the refinery to win. And definitely this is a more convincing win for the USA here for SPL. GG, well played. 2-0. Sorry, not 2-0. 2-2 is the scoreline. People in the chat saying I'm not a bot. I'm not. Osama in the chat. I know for a fact I'm not a bot. Yeah, I know there's a lot of real people here. I don't believe 1,000 genuine people just rocked up at exactly the right time. At exactly the same time and gave 850 likes. That's funny. For the first time ever, more than 1,000 people just rocked up. Mark Smith in the chat says, now I'm questioning if I'm a bot or a human. If you have to question it, definitely a bot. SPL's taken observer. 3 observers. It's gonna be we're on 1,000 live. It's better than the World Series final. It's actually more than we got in the World Series final 2019. That was a record. Snowy drought. There we go. Any games of big size? Someone said in the chat. Any games of big size? Not lately. The last games I uploaded just a couple of days ago. Size against Vector. Next he will fight Tensor GG. Don't know if I'll be live streaming that or not. Up in the north we... Oh, okay. Yeah, Mark Smith in the chat is definitely a bot. If you're not a bot, you've got to say something that only a human would say. You got to prove it. Almost 100% like ratio. Okay then, baby. USA against tank. Are we going to see a no eco here? I think from SPL we will. I think the micro will be on point, and I think SPL. I think in the reverse, Makaveli might try it and might mess up the micro. That's my prediction for the next couple of games. Or the bots all might just jump in and just flip the game. Down in the south, we have the pink player with a USA vanilla, which is SPL. Up in the north, we have the green player with the China tank. This is Makaveli. Messed up his dozer already there, Makaveli. SPL not going for a no eco. Okay, my prediction is completely off. I'd just be ruthless here, man. It's the World Series. If you're feeling on point with micro, just do a no eco. There should be very little the tank should be able to do about it. The ironic thing about capture, someone mentioned capture in the chat. You know that thing where it says like prove you're not a bot, select all the pictures with a horse drinking a can of Coke or whatever, and you got to select all the horses drinking a can of Coke. No, just select all the horses. The funny thing is that is a bot, or that is a computer, that is a machine or a system checking that I checking that I'm a real human. It's hilarious when you think about it. Right, we've got more likes than viewers now, someone said. Okay. We've got 1.5k viewers. 1.5k likes. It's funny. Yeah, we've got China against US again. That is a good point. I didn't even realize that. I was too busy paying attention to all the bots, especially Mark Smith in the chat. Okay, missile defender over on the right dropped off by SPL. I reckon SPL's maybe going to be getting warmer as we go into this a little bit more. Might be wrong, maybe he's already playing at his maximum warmth, but he runs straight. His first V again, have you noticed that? That's the second time now he's played US, and his first V runs straight to its death. So Makaveli dropping down a prop up in the top right, which is nice and hidden out of view. I'm liking his play. Solid, 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 solid. There we go, bot in the chat. XXX69.online. Outpost gets picked off there with a tank enters inside. SPL looks like he's collecting on 4 Chinooks. Couple of gats here, just force fire on the ground to spin the gat up, because a gat does more damage when it is spun up. Over time it will do more damage. Me versus humanity hasn't happened yet, so me versus Fargo is a long way off yet. Okay, Crusaders out now for SPL, chasing away these Gats. Outpost brought in by Makaveli to try and deal with this. But that gets popped open by the Vs, but the Crusader already taken quite a bit of damage. And there is a Gat actually sneaking in down the left-hand side. Yeah, Makaveli's playing good, man. They're quite evenly matched. I think a lot of people here would be picking SPL to win by quite some margin. I think we saw a few 6-0 predictions and stuff like that in the beginning, but he's really making things difficult here for SPL. The Gat down in the left. Let's see how Makaveli deals with this, because it won't be the easiest thing in the world to deal with. Probably have to disable him with both ECMs, and then these Vs might come in and do some wrecking. But there's no search and destroy out at the moment. And these Vs are getting in a bit of a difficult situation. These Gats could easily switch target, and without the extra range, the Vs will find it a little bit harder. Lotus up in the top right. That's a nice little setup. Honestly, it's all hidden and out of the way. And the barracks being right next to the tech buildings is really decent. Makaveli not expanded to a third, though. These Crusaders are taking an absolute age, as you would imagine, to go down. One ECM there locks onto a V, but it goes down itself. And the Gat now being pulled for Makaveli. Probably was going to die anyway. Probably needs to do 2 get pulled. General in the chat says hello from Blair TV. Yeah, hello to you. I don't believe it's all Russians in the chat, though. It's either Russian bots or Russians. It's something to do with Russians, isn't it? They're definitely involved somehow. Okay, Ranger captures an oil down in the bottom right. Nice little setup here for SPL. Looks quite protected. Gas do not have... oh, another Crusader went down there. Third supply is up. And, like, Makaveli's looking solid, man. I think he'd be giving most players here a hard time. Maybe even only the proper top elite players would be wiping out Makaveli easily, because he's definitely playing solid. Rare mistakes. This is a nice little thing going on here. He's getting his artillery platform. He's in a solid position. This is not an easy composition to deal with. Crusaders and Vs. Does he have search and destroy yet? No. Yeah, if these have search and destroyed, it would be real hard to deal with. You know what actually might be good? It may sound weird. It's actually a Helix from tank. Because he doesn't have tow. The Helix could be flying around picking off these Crusaders quite easily. No tow and no search and destroy. It would force the Vs to stay nearby, I suppose, and they could still take out a Helix. But as soon as the Vs move out, he's got tow now, see? That's difficult. But yeah, as soon as they move out, Helix could fly in and deal with him. Emperor now out for Makaveli. So these units will all heal. Emperor is not capable of subliminal meshing, though, from the prop. It only has the normal speaker tower. Apparently it's a bug in the game, but I think they deliberately took it away from the Emperor, because the Emperor is like insane with subliminal meshing. It becomes insane and makes everything around it become insane as well. Artillery platform captured in the middle. If Makaveli gets that as well, plus he's got these Emperors, he's like... he's just on fire today. He's really making things difficult for SPL. It's really making him work. Look at the amount of fire bases on the right. Search and destroy is now going to be deployed. Gonna need it right now as well. Gats move in. Missile defender's out of position. Makaveli is going for air units. Is that going to be a Helix or MiGs? I reckon it'll be MiGs. We've got an Albino Crusader. Emperor is now going to work with the search and destroy Vs and the Crusaders. It's still going to be difficult for the tank. One Emperor goes down. The Albino Crusader almost gets crushed by the Emperor. Crusaders do not have the upgrade composite armor. Vs come in, wrecking everything from range, and it is a really deadly combination Search and destroy V's backed up by Crusaders as like a meat shield. That is difficult. MiG's now coming in for Makaveli. What are they going to hit? Then once again, the MiG control is awful. I really think Makaveli should just leave MiGs. Like, everything was solid until he brings out the MiGs. What does he keep doing, man? Is he like guard mode in us? Guard in air? Or what is he doing? Or is he just clicking them, but then the V moves out of the way? I don't know what he's doing. Don't know what he's doing. Composite armor. It gives double armor to the... like, it's an upgrade in the game. Apparently another bug in Zero you would never believe, would you? Another bug in Zero where composite armor actually applies twice to Crusaders because of some bug in the game. So you get the upgrade and it, like, must double or triple the armor or something crazy. Really worth getting composite armor. I don't think it does it to Paladins, but it does it to Crusaders. And so far, you're seeing him wreck. And does he have it now? I think he has it now. It's a difficult upgrade to see if it's been purchased or not, because it's not very colorful as it is. Because it's black and white or colored, doesn't it? Depending on if he's got it or not. I think SPL is comfortably winning now. He's on 2.5 XP, 2.5k. 2 wall factories now for SPL. Maybe Makaveli needed to wait with his... army. Maybe attacking with just 2 emperors at that point in time was not that great against the amount of Crusaders and stuff. Yeah, I think the longer the game goes now, it's becoming more and more difficult, because... is that fire base actually hitting these trucks or not? There's no Red Guard veterancy. Then MiG should be coming in helping here, because these fire bases are free pickoffs for the MiGs. And you get 200 XP as well, so he would instantly be level 3. Now, artillery and mines on this position, you could literally potluck it, like here and here. Or here and here, or one there, or something like that. That could change the game a lot. Some support powers here. So yeah, definitely picking off them. You see now he's over level 3. MiG's going back to land. That building will be cleared. There's a truck been brought here for some reason there. V's been brought over as well. Needs to keep these Gats back, I think. I don't think they should be fighting the Crusaders. He is focusing down the V's though so far pretty good with the Gats. Laserlock comes in on the Emperor, but I think the Emperor is doomed. Where's the mines? Where's the artillery? It is not in sight, and I think it might be too late now. He's building more Emperors, but the V's on the right-hand side have harassed the trucks and killed the trucks. MiG's coming in again. Does kill some Crusaders. Very nice. There is a chance SPL could... oh, I'm going to say run out of cash, but he's floating 12k. He's floating 12k. Where's them V's gone on the right? Have they been killed? Here comes the artillery now from Makaveli. Just late, though. He was level 3 and out of CC ages ago. 2 Emperors with Gats trying to hold the line against all of this stuff. There's like 5 Tomahawks. Laserlock coming in. MiG's trying to take off and support, but Makaveli needed to use the support powers here. Yes, he's killed an oil, but you're going to die now. That oil kill is not even going to make any difference. The artillery and mines, level 1 and mines should have been... level 1 artillery and mines should have been here to help out with this attack. Mine drop now, but you should have used that with level 1 whilst you were fighting with the Emperors, because then this army would have been distracted and the mines would have hit better. So yeah, Makaveli's played it a little bit bad here. And now he's dead. There's no way. He wasn't able to hold it with multiple Emperors and Gats. He doesn't have chain guns. There's no way he's going to be able to hold it with just 4 Gats now. He could just get eaten alive by these Tomahawks, never mind all of the other stuff. An epic carpet bomb would be good, but you don't have carpet until level 5. Two MiGs survived, 2 went down. What's SPL doing, man? I suppose if he was against the China vanilla, yeah, a carpet bomb could come and wreck all of that. But I suppose he knows he's against tank. Nice-ish MiG hit. Got 2 Crusaders. Gat's coming in, picks off another Crusader, but you're going to lose every single Gat there. Yeah, composite armor in play. Advanced training in play. This is a very comfortable win from this point for SPL. Crusaders moving in. Last few Gats are going to get taken out here. And this has been a nice set so far. This has been a nice set. SPL, is he going to take the lead for the first time here? Yeah, I think so. 3-2 for Makaveli. GG from both players. Very well played. Respectful players today. All round. Nice games. GG's from both players as well. SPL takes the lead for the first time. And nice latency as well. Nice nice speed of the game as well. Everything's going smoothly. Yeah, definitely definitely bots. We got 2.2k of likes now. So it's definitely not legit. Yeah, and if you get like loads of subscribers from bots and then you get very few views from that point on your videos, like it actually hurts your channel more than helps it. So so yeah, bots aren't necessarily a good way to boost anything, to be honest. YouTube, I think, is good at finding them and getting rid of them as well. Because sometimes you see channels go from like 950,000 subscribers down to like 920. And it's like they got rid of 30,000 bots. So YouTube finds them in the end. So I don't think... not sure bots will help the channel, but we will see. Maybe maybe we'll double subscribers overnight or something. I don't know. We got Makaveli down in the south with the USA Vanilla in the green. Up in the north, we have the pink player for the China tank. That is SPL. Not going to see a no eco. Jaguar live in the chat. It's clearly clearly him arranging the bots. He's just messaged in the chat to say, look at your Instagram account. Let's have a look at the Instagram account. 2,000 followers on Instagram. There we go, baby. Well, we know who the perpetrator is now. Jaguar live. We have identified the culprit. Okay, we've got a few dozers scattered around. Need to be careful, because like one gat focused on that, one gat focused on that, and quickly both dozers could die. But the reason he's putting it forward a bit like that is because it's more of a notification to let him know a unit's coming in. That gat's actually going back. Does he think? Oh, no, he's going back because the Crusader, not going back because he thinks there's no eco. Makaveli is losing HP here on this ambulance. Does need to go back. He's got more Vs back here, though, so I think if he regroups these now, should be able to clear these gats. But there is a lot of gats coming for SPL. SPL's got 2 perfect supplies. Can get his 3rd supply now, or a prop as well. One gat has actually snuck in down the right side. Makaveli is pulling in Chinooks. He is on point. I didn't think he would pull that then. I didn't think he'd have spotted that one. But yeah, to be defending against all this stuff and then move your Chinooks as well, he's paying attention. He's here to win. He's not here just to take part. He's here to do a job. But he is in more trouble than SPL was in the previous game when he was USA, because this gat didn't get here in the reverse of it. Needs to be careful. This Crusader is going to have to lose it to the tank hunter probably. Is moving it out of the way now, and this gap probably should be focused down. Dark and Bark says, please say, why do you hate Fargo? There's very few people I hate, to be honest, like in general. Don't hate Fargo. We just like to mock him every now and again. And I don't like sometimes when I'm playing him and he comes out with all these negative, nasty comments. Don't think it's always needed, but I don't hate anyone, I don't think. Not in Zero. Don't think so. Dozer has been found here, actually. Is that the last Dozer? No, he's got another Dozer over here. Yeah, quite a weird, aggressive Dozer there from SPL. Instead of going for a prop and getting the oils and stuff, he actually went for a 3rd supply and then into a barracks. Okay. Outpost sneaking down the left. Prop now being built by SPL. Makaveli slowly losing Chinooks just due to one tank hunter inside of here. Is he going to pay attention now? Yes, he is. Might lose those Chinooks still. Oh, does escape. One more hit and he would have been dead. Makaveli not in the strongest of situations, also losing a V here, and there's ECMs now rocking up, a lot of gats, trucks long distance collecting from this mid supply now since the supply got taken out. He's got 4 Chinooks collecting over on the left-hand side. That's because this GAT is still in play. Is that the same? I think it's a different one, is it? Got to be a different one. He's bringing an ambulance. Is he going to evac some MDs? Is Makaveli falling apart here? I think he is. He's killed the dozer. He's hunted him. Strategton is being built, but there's GATs and ECMs rocking up. Is he going to go for the prop here? Could go for the prop. Currently not focusing on anything, though. It's got these Chinooks to move here. This GAT is still in play. Prop is going to be hit. SPL maybe a little bit slow to react there. Is that prop going to go down in time? See, if it had started focusing on it straight away, that prop would have guaranteed be dead. Also, if he moved forward a tiny little bit, just 1 second sooner, he would have got it as well. I think Makaveli is going to die. He's also going to get hunted, probably. Here, he's losing his last 4V. I think SPL is warming up, and we are moving to a 4-2 scoreline. The deadlock is broken. Well played to SPL. Yo, Flying Carpet Merchant, welcome to you.
It's about time.
Okay, Makaveli thinking about a map. Okay, still waiting for Makaveli to think of a map. What is he going to choose?
They won't notice.
Okay, waiting for the next match to start. Dralim Desert, or Darlim as he's called it. Darlim Desert 0v2. Forest of Camelot. He doesn't know the maps. And Stonehenge. Stonehenge. Dralim. Okay. Where is it? Dralim Desert. Well, they're going to do in and out anyway. Can you imagine if I pressed exit and then the players decided to actually continue? Could have been awkward. Someone needs to take an obs. Let Blair in. Tank against demo. That's interesting, you know. I think it's winnable both ways. Sandra Geralda in the chat. Help Brazilians, please. We need federal intervention. We are living in civil war. I don't know if you're on the right channel for that, to be honest, mate. I think you might be on the wrong website. Probably YouTube ain't the one to call for that, to be honest. I just don't think all the bots in the chat will be the ones to help. No, I'm laughing just at the I have no doubt something serious is going on in your country. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at that. This is probably the wrong place to ask for the support. Just to clarify. Down at the bottom left of the map, Darlim Desert, as Makaveli likes to call it, we have the Gile Demolition for the green player. That is Makaveli. Up at the top right, we have the China tank player with the yellow, which is SPL. Yo, Lions Phil, welcome in the chat. CX, welcome to you as well. No tunnel here from Makaveli. He's going to get wrecked by a truck rush. SPL knows about this demo trap. I think this might be the beginning of the end for Makaveli. I don't know what's going on here. Really don't know what's going on with this build. There's no tunnel and demo traps are late. A truck rush works very well here. I think we are seeing the beginning of the end for Makaveli. One thing I will say about Makaveli is that when I've played him before, when I've played with him before in team games, whenever I hear him, he's always got like 25 kids in the background or like climbing over him and stuff. And I feel like when he doesn't have that, he plays exceptionally well. And when he does have that, he doesn't play very good at all. Maybe he's got distractions at home now. That's what springs to mind. Because a complete lack of a tunnel, lack of a terrorist, late demo traps there was just a very, very slow and weird situation. The fact he doesn't know the maps as well is kind of weird. First time GLA making an appearance. Very true, as someone said in the chat. SPL piling on the pressure, and it is kind of difficult on this map, to be fair, to stop this as the GLA. Because a truck rush straight down the middle stops a worker, and then flamers rock up at your second supply very, very quick. Makaveli's trying to come in with some kind of a defense. He's getting a bottom right oil, though. And he could even get the middle oil there. Technical comes in, gets the crush on a tank hunter. Gets himself a grenade tech, but the arms dealer of the GLA is going down here to a flamer. I don't even know if he's seen it. Yeah, I think Makaveli got caught very cold in this game. He's got himself a super tech. Could still win the game with a super tech, but he's got a bit of a comeback to do, even though he's got one oil. Down in the bottom right, that flamer is just going around wrecking his base like freely. These workers need putting back. This is the first time we've seen Makaveli like just get completely stomped in the opening minutes, I think. Whereas SPL is just probably playing better and better slightly every game. Maybe Makaveli doesn't know these maps. Maybe just choose Tournament Desert if you don't know the map. Supertech might go down here to the Flamer. Does survive. That Supertech needs to go around now, causing mega damage. But there's already ECMs rocking up. Could get disabled. Yo, Axis, thank you for the £10 donation. Appreciate it.
Thank you for those amazing streams, Kapow.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Middle Oil did get captured by Makaveli, and he could get the top left one. I just don't know if he's just too far behind now. If he gets the top left one and then starts... He is applying pressure here, so yeah, maybe he's not out of this completely. Imagine if he had a solid start and then got himself into this position. Like, he'd be comfortably winning. He is applying pressure here. He's killed that supply now. It's actually looking kind of okay. Maybe the kids have got off his back now or something. If it is that. Yeah, top left oil going to be captured now as well. Double arms dealer now up. That supply is still not rebuilt. And SPL's got to be in a few places at once now. He's applying pressure here, but he's also got to cover here if there's any tunnel pop. He's got to cover here because there's aggressive tunnels here. There's a Helix out now, and that Helix has been taken out as well for one Scorpion. So it's actually looking pretty good for Makaveli right now. Do you think this is winnable both ways? Yo, Jaguar Live, thanks for the donations, man. I did see before. I don't know if I gave it a shout out. You gave a £1 donation before and €2 just now, so appreciate it. I did see it. And he's a member as well, and he sent 2,000 bots here, so there's not a lot else one man can do. Jaguar Live, shout out to you. Yeah, there's the notification. Thank you very much, Jaguar Live.
They won't notice.
Bit risky sending that super tag near that bunker. But I think he's pulling it back. There's quite a lot of units here for SPL. He wants to clear this position, but Makaveli making the most of it, actually going attacking in a different position. He's building his palace now as well. Middle Oil did get killed. That oil belongs to SPL. I guess SPL knows about this. I think that C's at risk of going down because there's so many RPGs here. That Super Tech could also go in and take out that dozer at least. There is another dozer over here though. SPL is actually expanding. Super Tech is going to kill that dozer. Yo, Melod9, welcome to you. Sapphire Ahmed in the chat says my voice sounds better now. Don't know, maybe my energy drink kicked in. Whoa, don't want to pop from there. Lotus does go down now to the tunnel. Oh, I don't know about popping from there, man. Just leave it. What's the point in wasting one quad there? There's no way you can fight that with quads. No way. Fight somewhere else. Send units here to stop this supply.
Just get me in close.
Yo, Titus, welcome to the channel. Or Titus. I feel like these two supplies here and that oil having quite a big impact on the game, boosting SPL a hell of a lot. MiG's now coming in for SPL. Going to be quite a nice hit there, focusing on the quads. Do take some of them out. CC's being hit, but I think you should just back off from there because that CC's not going to go down by the time these reinforcements come in. All of these units will get cleared up. I definitely think this spot needs clearing though. If he cleared that and took it for himself, I think it's kind of even, but otherwise I think it's looking pretty good for SPL. Because these supplies ain't going to last forever. Those only 2 crates there. That oil's dead. Artillery now coming across from the China. Demo bikes could make an impact. I think Demo Rebel Ambush probably has more of an impact. But CC's only just being built. And I don't know if Demo bikes will just get locked down by the ECMs, honestly. But Demo Rebel Ambush could quickly delete that army. Yeah, Demo Rebel Ambush could cause problems for that army. It'll just get deleted, especially if it's like level 2. Units now moving out from Makaveli. A little bit slow scouting what's going on here, but at least he's going there. He's going to focus on this tower first. He's got a Vet 3 quad there. Tower gets taken out. And this Gatling will now be focused down. Going down pretty easily. He just needs to wait now until he gets this Demo Rebel Ambush. Demo bikes now coming in, but we'll see how effective it is. Does damage 2 Battle Masters, but not quite kill them. This supply now going to be focused down as well. He just needs to wait until he gets, yeah, 2 demo bikes together coming in from the side there. Could wreck a load of things. And also, yeah, Demo Jarman. SPL's on 9.5k, by the way. And Demo Rebel Ambush. Whoa. That was a good hit. How many Battle Masters did he kill? Like 3? Quad's killing the mix. SPL losing this supply over on the left. Look at the Makaveli's XP now from killing a few of them Battle Masters. Insane.
They won't notice.
Yo, Jaguar Live, thank you for the €1 again. Appreciate it. Battle Masters are going to get stomped now by the bikes. Yeah, that's a nice engagement there from Makaveli. SPL now spending more of his cash. He's got 2 helixes behind this.
Notice.
Yo, OMC.
Doing this FFA tournament.
That's a very good question. We should be doing it roundabout now. Because the World Series has been going on, it's been distracting. Honestly, that's the main thing. I guess you're referring to the 1-day free-for-all. We're going to have 7 players in 3 games. That's the one. Bit traumatized from the last free-for-all. With all the drama that kicked off. Whoa. Demo Rebel Ambush comes in. The Helix is going to reveal himself now on just 1 Scorpion. That gives him time now to make sure he's got enough quads and stingers out. But SPL's expanding again on the left-hand side. Demo bikes are getting disabled before they can get into range, like I suggested before. And with the helixes out now, whoa, there's an Anthrax bomb though. Is that going to damage the helixes as well? If it lands directly under him, does it cause any damage? But either way, it kills the dozer and 1 or 2 trucks. He's got sneak attack now as well, but I just think he's going to run out of cash. He's only collecting on 1 worker on his main. People talking about Peace Lover and Scuba in the chat. Don't post any spoilers, 'cause I do believe they played today. But what I'm thinking is, when this set's over, on a separate stream, I might watch the replays of that and cast the replays without trying to spoil the score for myself. But as long as no one spoils the score. If anyone spoils that, I am going to be annoyed. Or I might just make a video and upload it. Yeah, let me know if you want the replays. We could do it live. We could do it tonight. Since I've got to do it anyway. I can interact with you in the chat. But I reckon someone's going to spoil it because they played today. Okay, sneak attack. MiGs are coming in and the Helixes. I think that's going to be GG though, honestly, because the MiGs are going to wreck enough here for the Helixes then to come in on top. There's 4 Helixes. It's got subliminal meshing. Every quad has gone down, and SPL has 90% of the supplies on the map. I say 90%. He's got like what, 70% map control, maybe 75% map control, and he's collecting on all these crates in the middle. But I suppose he's mined out on his main. Maybe Makaveli can just out camp him. I don't think so though. I just think SPL's got too much cash. Got a 12k. Yeah, it's got like 12k. Oh wow, I've never seen that before. Never seen that before. Legendary. SPL now with artillery going to be on this market down in the bottom right of his base. It's a fake anyway. I mean, he's still got 11k to collect, but the China's going to have to make some serious errors here to lose this. Anthrax bomb and sneak attack could still play a big part, but there's enough MiGs circling. The Helixes are circling. There's nothing the demo can do here, surely. That oil's still alive. That oil's still alive. I think SPL's just in too much of a comfortable position. I suppose the longer he waits, the more demo rebel ambushers will be out. And it's used but didn't kill the oil. So those that can go over there and just repair that, so that demo rebel ambush is completely wasted. No AP ammo in play for Makaveli. I don't really know if you can outcamp it, honestly. There's 29 helixes. This is just going to delete him, especially with no AP ammo. If you had AP ammo, there's probably an argument you could spread them out and do something, but not against that. Yo, Ibrahim, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it.
They won't notice.
Curse lit.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Like those MiGs, just take out a few quads, even if they suicide every single one of them, and then just fly in with 29 helixes. That's GG. I think SPL is making a bit of a big deal out of this when it shouldn't be a big deal. There's so many helixes, man. What are you hanging around for? Just go straight in. MiG's now coming in as well, but a little bit late. Yeah, a bit weird from SPL, but he's under no threat here. This is a one game, and I think SPL, as I said throughout the set, has got better and better. Even if it is only slightly, he has got better and better, and this is looking very, very comfortable here. And I think he'll probably win with a tank as well. And we are probably looking at a 6-2 then scoreline result with SPL proceeding. That's what I think. Yo, Mark Smith, see you later, man. Or bot. See you later, bot. Just kidding. See you later, man. Helix has moved in, and there is nothing Makaveli can do about it. He goes 5-2 down now. He has to win every game from this point, or he is out. Don't think Makaveli was too experienced or familiar with that map. He was calling all the maps bad. He had to question to ask to see some of the maps as well, which was kind of alarming, I think. If you don't prepare and know all these maps off the top of your head, then what chance are you going to have on them? Yo, Dark Nine, welcome to the chat. It says, how's the girth on your stick? It's better now. I lost it temporarily, and then I just had to do a couple of things, and then I got it back. That joke's from the latest video I did on the Generals patch, by the way. If you missed it, if you've got a spare 45 minutes, you can watch it. Jack, You Alive has got me 12.3k followers on Instagram. Okay, jumping into the next, we have Makaveli up in the north with the China tank in red. He now needs to win every game from this point, and that will be a total of 4 games he needs to win in a row, and SPL just needs to win 1 more. Down in the south, we have the Gilly Demolition with the orange player. That is SPL. So interested to see how SPL covers off this area better. I don't think there's an easy answer, actually. Because a truck rush down the middle is going to delay your worker at least. You need a few terrorists in play here to stop this truck rush. And then a flamer can easily walk up and start killing that supply. So it's not easy. But I suppose the weakness of that build is then you could do an aggressive worker over this way. You could probably literally go over here. Start building a tunnel there. Or maybe like straight away there or something like that. He's actually kept his CC, Makaveli. Okay, he doesn't want to get hunted. Yeah, in that previous game, I don't think we had AP ammo or the GAT upgrade. Yeah, the chain guns. I don't think we saw that either. Truck Rush, well, it hasn't got in the supply. And the first unit out is a GAT. But the GAT can just go here and then decide whether it wants to go right or left, and we'll kill a load of workers. It's not a perfect box here. Truck goes down. Scrap the Night comes in. There's a terrorist straight away from SPL down the middle. Flamer now at the supply, and is going to kill a load of workers and probably the tunnel as well. Scorpion heading over there, but there's a tech RPG in the main base, and he might even get a super tech. He does go for it, gets a super tech, and that might be Makaveli out of the World Series. He's also lost 2 trucks over here. Is that just a terrorist? Could be GG, you know, could be GG. Flamer over there has done some significant damage. All these trees now going on fire. I do like that. Superset goes down. Truck's being remade on this left-hand side supply. Yeah, it gets in the supply line, killing some workers. Another supply being dropped down by SPL. But Makaveli doesn't have many units out. You see, this is one of the reasons why you sell your CC, so you can squeeze some more units out. But I think it was a big mistake him losing 2 trucks there to just what seemed like a terrorist on the left-hand side. Is the next round going to be best of 13? I think from round 4, yeah, that's the quarterfinals then, so I think that is a best of 13. You know the finals is a best of 15 this year, I'm pretty sure. It's the first time it's ever been a best of 15, I think. So the final could be like well and truly epic. I actually like that change, best of 15. I think is the way to go. Because it's like a tennis match. You could literally be going for hours and hours. Don't some tennis matches or... Yeah, some tennis matches go to the next day. Imagine a World Series final that went so long, like best of 19 that went to the next day. Can I do some FFA games like I used to in the old days? Yeah, maybe in the future. Probably after the World Series, though. I should be playing 1v1s only at the moment. I have to say Makaveli is not looking in a good way. Honestly, he's not. He's sending a bunch of flamers over here. Might clear out 1 tower if he's lucky, but there's so many Scorpions with the rocket upgrade that I think at this point it is looking very over. I think that first truck rush needed to get in and do some more damage. Probably have to rewatch the replay to find out why it didn't go fully in. I know there's 1 terrorist there, but could you not have navigated around it and still got in? Scorpion's now in the base of Makaveli, going to probably kill these trucks. A couple of tank units there have gone down, and yeah, Makaveli only has like a few units out in there. What's in his base? A couple of flamers, but the Scorpion's just chilling here. Don't think SPL has seen these. But yeah, it took a while for SPL to warm up, but I think he's well and truly here now. I think Makaveli got slightly worse as the games went on, and I think SPL got slightly better. I think the map has something to do with it, but it was Makaveli's choice. And if you're not going to do your preparation and your homework on the maps or spam on the maps, like, he had to ask to see 3 of the maps. And then he said they were all bad. That means to me he's not been practicing, he's not prepared. And if you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail, as they say. All the burnt out trees. Burning trees actually do damage, you know. On Tournament Island, I once saw an Aurora, an Alpha Aurora, hit an oil. And the oil had 0% HP left. And the burning trees around it like that then killed the oil after like 4 seconds or something like that. Yeah, burning trees do a little bit of damage. Supply now getting hit. Propaganda being built. Airfield is up. Helix coming in. Might be able to take out this army actually because only 2 quads. One of them does have a scrap though, makes it do like 60% extra damage. There is an RPG here, needs to be careful, but you should be able to wipe out all them Scorps now. It's going to be some good XP. He needs the XP because that Helix is very low. Needs the XP because he's behind. SPL is actually already level 3. Scorpion goes down, give him like 200 XP just from that 1 Scorpion kill. Very nice. Helix going to fly back, but he's still on his last legs though, Makaveli. Makaveli on no oils. SPL could get a second oil there. Flame are going to try and kill this middle one. More units pressing forward now for SPL, and Makaveli does not have a lot at all. He's trying to capture the middle building with his Lotus. Does decide to back off from that. He is repairing his Helix. Maybe keeping his CC here was a bad idea. Maybe losing them 2 trucks there to the terrorists was just something you can't afford to do. I think he's making a conscious decision not to make the Battle Masters because he didn't want to give away XP, but ironically he's still behind an XP anyway. That's why he hasn't made Battle Masters. Flamer on the left gets killed. I mean, Makaveli's just falling more and more behind as the game goes on. Palace being built by SPL. SPL with an attack on the right side. It might lose a few RPGs here to this flame wall, but he still has very few units. He's actually mined out now on his second. SPL begins to float. Got best part of 10k. Quad gets picked off, but I mean, he's only got 1 outpost. Okay, he's got an Emperor, but the Palace is just finished. So if Jean Mankel comes out, there's 4 quads pop against the Helix, and the Helix is bad target, and it does not finish off that quad, and that is it. Yup, GG's. Well played from Makaveli. Well played. Indeed. Good luck next round. GG's. Snag you from SPL. What a polite and well-mannered round.
Have been defeated.
All round nice games there as well, especially up to 3-3. No, it then goes to 3-3, especially up to 2-2 and then up to 3-2. But I feel like as the games progressed, again, I'll say it again, SPL got better and better and Makaveli got slightly worse. And I think the maps didn't favor him as well because I don't think he's that familiar with the maps. But that's what I say. You got to do your homework if you want to win these things. You got to do your homework. I'm sure if he had spammed a load against the top players on some of these maps that apparently he doesn't like or is just unfamiliar with, I'm sure he would do a lot better, and he could have easily forced a decider out of that and maybe even beaten SPL. Like, SPL definitely looked beatable tonight. He didn't look indestructible, did he? Especially the first few games. So I think Makaveli should have took confidence from that. Should have practiced on their maps, but he still gave us a good show here today. We still achieved like 2,000 viewers thanks to Jaguar Live and all his bots that he brought. We've achieved 15,000 followers on Instagram. Also, thank you to Jaguar. And yeah, I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to end this stream, take a bit of a break, and I'm thinking we might do another live stream and watch the replays of Scuba versus Mary, aka Peace Lover, from today. I think you probably want to watch them live rather than just me upload a video. Could do that in like 45 minutes or an hour, something like that. I need a little break, need to go and get some food and another drink. Let me know in the chat if you want that. I'm thinking I'll leave the chat open as well. Maybe I just won't read it, but hopefully no one can spoil, because I know these games have already happened already, and some of you may watch the stream elsewhere or something. But yeah, any spoilers though, and I won't do it. So yeah, 6-2 is the score here. Well played to SPL. He will proceed to the next round where Vivid is waiting. Let's just get the bracket up actually. Where Vivid is waiting. Shout out to all the sponsors that made the World Series possible, by the way. Especially the big ones, AK Baloney and Oxygen. Both donated like over $1,000. Crazy. But also everyone else. Anti-Pro for hosting it. He's donated like 250 of his own money. Alfie Ace sponsored some as well. And plus like a load of other people, 10 or 15 other people. You know who you are. Shout out to all them making it possible. So SPL will proceed from this point here with a 6-2 victory over Makaveli. He will go to here. That's now officially called the quarterfinals. I don't think I'll be streaming that. But he will play against Vivid. I think Vivid is the favourite there, but we will see what happens. SPL's got potential, but he needs to start warm. He started a bit cold today, I think. Excal against Staz. I've seen Staz is preparing for that. He's been watching a load of replays and stuff. Scuba versus Mary, that's the one I need to do. If there's no spoilers in the chat, I probably will do it live as well. Size against Tensor, I don't know when that's happening. Me against Humanity is due to happen, but Humanity's broken his hand, as I said before. Needs to get it fixed. needs to take it back to the War Factory, get it repaired, and then he can come out and fight again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's supposed to be having surgery this weekend, I think. So I'm just on waiting for him, basically. So as soon as he messages me on Discord, we will go. But there's an embargo on World Series games over the next few days anyway, because like I said before, there's a LAN in Dusseldorf. And while that's going on, apparently for some reason, there's not allowed to be any World Series games. But we are coming down to the last few players. So, yeah, me versus Humanity should be good. And also looking forward to me versus Fargo. Let me know your prediction. I think it'll be best of 13 between me and Fargo. Best of 11 between me and Humanity. So, yeah. GG, well played. I'll see your reaction if you want me to do these replays for Mary and Scuba live tonight. Or if you don't, or if someone spoils the score, then I won't do it. I'll read your comments now, but I'm thinking of doing it. So, anyway. GG, well played. And I'll see you probably in a bit. Watch this space.